All right, let's get right into it. We are going to tackle a decision that can seriously make or break your IT budget, not to mention your team's sanity: choosing the right virtualization solution. Whether you need to get one app out to your team or a full-blown desktop, we're going to help you find that perfect match.
Have you ever felt like you're just drowning in a sea of acronyms? VDI, RDS, or just completely overwhelmed by all the brands and options out there? Yeah, you're definitely not alone, but don't you worry, because we're about to make it all crystal clear.
Okay, here's our game plan. First, we're going to act as your virtualization matchmaker to set the scene. Then we'll dive into the enterprise giants. After that, we'll check out the agile challengers. We'll also break down the Microsoft RDS factor, and then we'll wrap it all up with a final cheat sheet to make your decision, well, easy.
So let's start with our first showdown, the enterprise giants. We're talking about the heavyweights here: Citrix and VMware Horizon. These are the solutions built for huge corporations that need some serious, powerful infrastructure.
At their core, both of these platforms are designed to handle massive virtual desktop infrastructure deployments. You'll hear that called VDI. What does that mean? It means they can deliver a full, personalized desktop computer experience to thousands, literally thousands of users, no matter where in the world they are.
Now, this is where you see their different philosophies. VMware Horizon is all about deep integration inside its own world. If your company's servers are already running on VMware's vSphere platform, it's a supernatural fit. Citrix, on the other hand, is built for flexibility. It's designed to play nicely with a whole bunch of different virtualization platforms from all sorts of providers.
And this slide right here shows exactly where each one really shines. So if you've got team members working with slow or kind of flaky internet, Citrix's tech is an absolute lifesaver. But if your users are, say, designers or engineers working with really high-end graphics, VMware Horizon's performance is going to be tough to beat.
Okay, let's talk about the investment. And let me be clear, neither of these is your budget option, not even close. Both come with a pretty serious enterprise price tag. Citrix often needs specialized experts to get it set up right, while VMware is a little easier, but really only if you're already living and breathing in their ecosystem. So who are these giants really for? It's pretty simple. You go with Citrix if you're a huge organization with a mix of different IT systems and you need top-notch security and scalability. But you pick VMware Horizon if your company's already a VMware shop and you're looking for that perfectly smooth, all-in-one experience. All right, let's shift gears. We're moving from the corporate giants to the agile challengers, Parallels RAS and TSplus. These guys are built for a totally different world, one that's all about simplicity, speed, and affordability, which is perfect for small to medium-sized businesses. Now, both Parallels RAS and TSplus want to make remote access super simple, but they kind of go about it in their own ways. It just goes to show that even when the goal is simplicity, the right choice really truly depends on your team's specific needs and, their technical skills. And the setup process is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Parallels RAS gives you this really streamlined deployment with helpful wizards that walk you through it, making it pretty easy for an IT pro to get it running fast. But TSplus, it takes simplicity to a whole new level. It's designed to be so straightforward that someone without a deep IT background can actually set it up and manage it. This same idea applies to their cost. Parallels RAS kind of hits that sweet spot for mid-sized businesses. It offers professional features at a more moderate price. TSplus, though, is aimed squarely at smaller organizations where the budget is king, offering really low and flexible pricing. So which challenger fits you? Well, you should choose Parallels RAS if you're looking for that perfect balance of powerful management tools, solid security, and a price tag that doesn't make you cry. And you should go with TSplus if your number one goal is just to get your team working remotely in the fastest, most affordable way possible. Now, we can't have this whole conversation without talking about the foundation that many of these tools are actually built on: Microsoft Remote Desktop Services, or RDS. This isn't just another competitor. It's the baseline, the engine that's built right into Windows Server. This comparison right here perfectly explains why a tool like TSplus even exists. On one side, you've got the native RDS setup, which means an IT admin has to go in and manually configure a bunch of different things inside the kind of clunky Windows Server Manager, but TSplus completely transforms that. It gives you a simple installation and a clean web console to manage everything. It's like putting a beautiful, easy-to-use dashboard on a really powerful engine. So what's the bottom line? Think of native RDS like a powerful but really complex car engine. It'll get the job done for sure, but it takes a lot of resources and expertise to run. It makes sense for big companies that are already deep in the Windows world. TSplus, on the other hand, is like getting the whole car, keys and all. It's lightweight, simple, and way more accessible for just about everyone else.
All right, we've broken down the giants, we've looked at the challengers, and we've talked about the baseline. Now it's time to bring it all together into one simple, powerful visual. Your final cheat sheet to find that perfect fit.
Let's just run through it one last time. For massive scale and performance in big enterprises, you're looking at Citrix. For companies already in the VMware universe, Horizon gives you that seamless integration. For that perfect balance of power, simplicity, and cost for small to medium businesses, Parallels RAS is your answer. For the fastest, most affordable remote access for small businesses, it's got to be TSplus. And finally, for Windows-based organizations that just need the native solution, you've got Microsoft RDS. And that brings us to maybe the most important takeaway from this whole thing. There is no single best product here. The only thing that actually matters is finding the solution that is the best match for your organization's size, your budget, and your technical needs. We've given you the roadmap and the key questions to ask yourself. Now, the decision is really in your hands. So take a look at your needs, look back at this guide, and just ask yourself, what's the right fit for your future?